lechuza PONS versus LECA.
It doesn't matter what your name is!
Hi! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about lechuza PONS versus LECA, or LECA, however you want to pronounce it. Today I'm going to be going over lechuza PONS. Now PONS is said to have the ideal air to water ratio, and I believe that's because of the three components that can be found in PONS that are very porous, which are zeolite, pumice, and lava rocks. All three of these components are very porous, so it's going to attribute to good air circulation, which means less root rot, less disease in your plants. I mean, that's a plus, right? Another thing is also, because it's very porous, it's still holding on to the water and it's releasing it back to the plant as needed. I also want to mention that not only is it holding on to water, it's also holding on to your nutrients and slowly refertilizing your plant when it's needed. I do believe on their website they make a claim that their product holds fertilizer for up to 6 months. So that's also another plus. You don't have to refertilize your plants. You can just pot it up and forget about it. Zeolite and pumice also have a neutral pH balance, which means that this medium is going to have the ideal pH for your plant's environment. So it's going to be a much more happier plant and thrive. Much like LECA, PONS is using continuous capillary action to draw up the water and to release it to the plants, which is probably why they use a self-watering container to pot up their plants. I did see on their demonstration video that they had actually used a layer of PONS on the bottom and had taken their plant directly from the nursery pot that still had the soil and plopped it right into the container, and they just called it a day. I personally don't prefer this method just because when your plant outgrows its pot, I'm not going to sit there and separate the soil from the rocks. Like, it's just not going to happen. It's not convenient for me. So in my last video, as you can see, I had actually used just straight up PONS. I prefer this method because once my plant outgrows its pot, I'm just gonna dump out the rocks, rinse it, and then just repot it in a bigger planter. Another thing that I want to mention is that PONS actually reduces the odor of decaying matter. I mean, I don't think it's a big deal to a lot of people, but I mean, if you have ever smelled decaying matter, there's a funk to it. So plants actually go through cycles of shedding their roots, which means decaying matter is going to have a funk. I'm going to leave a link down below so you can read more up on lechuza PONS and its company. And if you found this video helpful, or if you had any questions or want to know more about how to use PONS, definitely leave a comment down below. I would love to answer your questions. And stay tuned in my next video. I'll be going over LECA, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!